Today is core bike 26, so make sure you are ready to go with that one. Number one, the only hint that I'm going to give you is that as you are completing the ratio table, that you basically are just looking for a pattern and filling in the numbers that go in the missing boxes. Pause your video and write your answer to number one here in the blank. The correct answer for problem number one, the two numbers that were missing from the ratio table were both 6 and 8, because if you'll notice along the bottom of the ratio table, the numbers are increasing by 2, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Number two, you should not need a hint because not too long ago we covered dividing with decimals. The only thing that I want to say about that is that you must show your work of your division problem. So make sure that you pause your video, copy the division problem down, and complete the work. Now that you have divided 78 and 1400ths divided by 5, the correct answer that you should have is 15 and, or 15 decimal, 628 thousandths. Now, if you miss that one, I need you to turn over or find another space and redo this division with me so that you can find your mistake. Okay, let's look at the division. 5 will go into 7, so hopefully you drew 4 blanks, and we may need more, but to begin with, this will get us started. 5 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. When you subtract, you get 2. Bring down your 8. Make sure you're doing the division with me if you did not get the correct answer. 5 goes into 28 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. When we subtract, we get 3. We have another number to bring down. Now we're dividing 5 into 31. It will go 6 times, which is 30. When we subtract, we get 1. Bring down the 4. And now we're dividing 5 into 14, and it will go twice. We multiply, we get 10, and when we subtract, we get 4. Now, I taught you when we were dividing decimals that when we get a remainder, we need to continue dividing until we get no remainder or until we see a repeating pattern, which means I need to put a 0 here and bring that 0 down. 5 goes into 40 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40, and it works out with no remainder. Make sure that you have the correct work and the correct answer. Number 3 is asking you which inequalities represent numbers less than 0. Well, an inequality is simply a math sentence that uses some particular symbols, and those symbols are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. So what I want you to do is look at your answer choices, and you will be choosing the one that shows any numbers, or in this case, variable x is standing in the place of those numbers, less than 0. So if you will pause your video and write your answer to number 3 here in the blank. Hopefully you chose B as your answer. The way that you translate this inequality or math sentence is x, or some numbers, are less than, this is a less than symbol, 0. Okay, number 4 is asking you to choose which of these statements is a better statistical question. We haven't really discussed that prior to today's core bite, so I want to tell you what that is now. When you're doing a survey and you're asking a question, the better statistical questions are going to be those that will have more than or many responses to that. You would not want to ask a question that only has one response. That is not a good statistical question. So as you look at the 2 questions given, I want you to think, which one of those questions would give me many different responses? And that is the one that you would write here in the blank. So pause your video and answer number 4. The correct answer to number 4 was question B. How tall are the students in your class? If we asked that question, we would have the heights of all of the students in our class. Whereas if we just said, how tall are you, that's only going to give us one response. The better statistical questions are those questions, or the question, that gives many different responses. Make sure you have your work, all of your answers are complete, and the correct answers complete, and you may put this Bellringer sheet in your pocket folder.